my baby mama house up. That's when the investigators called me because they said it related to something. I don't know. I can't really remember exactly, but that's when I went down for questioning.
And did you go there voluntarily?
What they mean?
Did you go there because you wanted to go there yourself?
I went there because people told me to go there.
Do you recall telling Detective Gaither that everybody's like, nah, wait on them to call you? And I was like, I ain't want to wait. You know what I'm saying? I ain't do it.
I don't recall what I told them.
Okay. Do you recall telling Detective Gaither? So they were like, just wait. And I'm like, so I wait. And I kept asking more people because they had shot up my girl mama house.
Most time I talked to the police, they had to come and get me.
Did they come get you on January 11th?
They didn't have to.
Okay, you drove down there you had Mootsoon take you down there.
Because everybody was telling me to go down there.
And Mootsoon, didn't you encourage Mootsoon to come and talk to the police too?
Say that again?
Did you encourage Mootsoon to come and talk to the police?
I think I remember telling him that they said, man, you did it. You need to come in here with me.
And do you remember him telling him, nah, I'm going to wait for them to come to me?
No, I think he told me to give the investigator his number and tell him if they wanted him to call him, if I'm not mistaken.
Do you remember telling Detective Gaither? I came out here, I got Mootsoon, and I'm like, you don't want to come in and talk to him, bruh? You know your name in it, bruh. And he's like, shit, I'll wait on them to call me.
I know Detective Gator she got somebody against me. She making her business to try to get me. So anytime that she trying to question me, I'm gonna spin her every chance I get. I do not recall what I told her when she questioned me, but when she questioned me, I know she trying to get me.
Okay. Is Detective Gaither able to tell you the answers that are coming out of your mouth?
I stand the question so far.
Does Detective Gaither know what you think, what you're going to say?
I stand the question.
In the January 28th interview, let me ask you this before I ask you that. Do you know what the relationship was like between Nut and Thug back in 2015?
No.
Do you recall telling Detective Gaither, at least in the January 28th interview, that Nut and Thug was cool?
I don't recall.
Do you recall telling Detective Gaither, on God, I didn't even know?
Is objection. I'll sustain the question.
I think the question was, back in 2015, did you know the relationship between Nut and Thug?
It's still subject foundation. I'm saying.
But now I'm impeaching him on what he told detectives about his knowledge of the relationship.
To sustain the question before it, you still need to lay some foundation as to how they knew each other in that particular time period, okay? That was the basis of Mr. Steele's objection.
Back in 2015, were you familiar with Nut?
Yes.
And were you familiar with Thug?
Well, what do familiar mean?
Well, you just answered that you were familiar with Nut, so...
No. I stand the question.
When I just asked you, were you familiar with Nut, and you said yes. Why did you say yes? Because
people have different definition of things, and I knew of Nut.
Okay.
If that's the same, then I guess.
Did you spend more time with Nut or with Thug back in 2015?
I spent more time with Thug. I didn't hang around Nut.
Did Thug ever speak with you about his relationship with Nut?
No.
Did you ever observe Thug and Nut together?
I never saw those two together. I never been around those two together. No, it never crossed my mind.
So how were you able to tell Detective Gaither that Nut and Thug was cool?
Because they're questioning me and I'm trying to get them off of me. And she asked me questions about Nut and Thug, I guess. And I'm telling her whatever she asked me, let's say she asked me a question about the sky. I'm saying, yeah, I seen the sky. It's blue. Whatever she asked me, I'm gonna agree to that. I'm gonna say whatever she asked me. If she asked me about this reporter right here, I'm gonna say, yep, she's sitting outside me with white tennis shoes on. I'm gonna say something, just because I want her to believe I'm telling the truth. That I want her to get me out of jail.
But she has on white tennis shoes, don't she?
Don't you got on white tennis shoes? She got on Chucks.
Right, and they white, right?
What color your shoe is? She got on Chucks.
So you telling the truth.
What color your shoes is? She said they white.
Right, so you're telling the truth then.
Well, it depends. See, you pick what you want to tell them.
So did you also tell Gaither in another interview that Nut and Thug had problems?
Can you say it again?
Did you also tell Gaither in another interview that Nut and Thug had problems?
See? You saying it right there and there.
So my question for you is, how did you know about any relationship between Nut and Thug?
I didn't.
Earlier, I asked you about the time you spent in Miami. I mean, you recalled you didn't remember. Do you recall to tell Detective Gaither that you spent about a week in Miami?
I don't recall what I told Dick to be. Whoever you just said.
Now, when you came back from Miami, did you have any concern about Thug and you and your relationship?
What you mean?
Did you have any concerns about Thug and you and your relationship?
You asked me?
I am.
Hey, did I have any concern?
Yes.
I just left on with Young Thug?
Yes.
And what my concern was?
I'm asking you if you had any.
If I just left with him, why would I have him?
Do you remember telling Detective Gaither, so we came back and it was like Thug was trying to get rid of me? You feel what I'm saying?
Can't switch it up.
You had to switch it up.
I had to switch it up.
Why did you have to switch it up?
Because they kept targeting me.
Who is the they?
Investigator Gaither and Dennis.
Why did you have to switch it up to say that Thug was trying to get rid of you? What would that be?
Oh, I don't know what I do. No. Let's go back.
Okay.
Now you said I said